gentlemen, a few important announcements. Kindly switch off your mobile phones or turn them to silent mode. Please do not crowd the aisles as they're the entry and exit points of our performers today. Thank you. Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I, Ansh.
And I, Suba, welcome you to the annual day celebrations at DPS Dubai. We are deeply honored to have in our midst our esteemed chief guest, Managing Director, Mr. D.C. Kothari, our beloved Principal and Director, Ms. Rashmi Nankiolio, Head Mistresses, Teachers, Judges, dear parents and friends.
Over the years, DPS Dubai has delved into several eminent themes, such as high on happiness, change is the only constant, the year of giving, and many more. Keeping with this tradition of exploring pertinent themes, the theme for this academic year, 2018-19, is Global High Five, as envisioned by our Principal and Director, Ms. Rashmi Nandakiolya. The saying in Sanskrit, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, the world is one family, holds true more than ever today in today's world.
Man has always turned to prayer for wisdom, for resolve, for compassion, for strength, and for forgiveness. Indeed, it is the most powerful instrument to connect with the Almighty and find happiness and bliss. Let us invoke the blessings of the Almighty. We have Muhammad Fazali to recite from the Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم كافها يا عين صاد ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا إذ نادى ربه نداء خفيا قال رب إني وهن العظم مني واشتعل الرأس شيبا ولم أكن بدعائك رب شقيا وإني خفت الموالي من ورائي وكانت امرأتي عاقرا فهب لي من لدنك وليا.
Darkness represents ignorance, and light is a metaphor for knowledge. Lighting a lamp symbolizes the destruction of all negative forces through knowledge. I request our Principal and Director to lead our esteemed Chief Guest for the lighting of the lamp.
Sama mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. We now bring to you our spellbinding orchestra, which will liven the stage with the magical essence of music.
Just as the concept of global high five demonstrates the beauty of the intermingling of cultures, our mesmerizing performers aim to celebrate the coming together of countless genres of music, instruments, and voices in a powerful crescendo.
Our orchestra will surely enthrall and enchant you with its rendition of these timeless numbers, which express our heartfelt thanks to the Almighty for giving us the inspiration to celebrate and share joy.
I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. mamacita.
level, which makes it vital for each individual to also develop a global identity.
Our visionary principal and director believes that it is the responsibility of every school to not only teach the curriculum, but to mold us to become better global citizens, the future leaders of tomorrow.
She has empowered us through various learning strategies and a nimble and flexible educational system so that we can imbibe the skill set needed to face challenges in today's world.
We now request our dynamic principal and director, Ms. Rashmi Nandakuria, to address the gathering and inspire the participating teams with her motivating words.
Very bright. Good evening. Welcome to the Senior School Annual Day. On this occasion, it gives me great pleasure to warmly welcome our Chief, Mr. D.C. Kothari, the Managing Director of our school. Sir, we respectfully give you 10 on 10 because you are an outstanding leader of these schools, a superb boss, and your schools are doing wonderfully well. Mr. Kothari's commitment to our school is so great that I had to ask him only once because we changed our annual day date and he changed his travel plans. His mantra is to empower everybody. He believes in freedom, trust, belief, and great confidence in the people he leads. Now, an example, parents, I would like to give you is that yesterday, very late in the evening, he sent me an email. Could you please put together a 20-minute program consisting of a dance and a video for some prestigious organization? Now, this shows how much confidence he has in our school. Thank you, sir. We really value this. And he takes great pride, and we feel very happy when he says, Mrs. Nandakuria, you have so many trophies, where are you going to place this new one? Thank you, sir, for believing in us, for leading us, and for your superb trust in us. We also welcome you, dear parents. You are our strong pillars, and it is because of your loyalty, your commitment, and your contribution to our curriculum, to our children, that our school is today one of the best CBSE schools in UAE. Thank you. We appreciate how hard you work with your children, and today's program, when I went around, I saw all the children superbly acting, painting, presenting, innovating, and it's a lot of parental effort, I know, goes into this, and we feel so proud when we see your children. Thank you, dear parents. You are the ones who spread the good word about us in the environs of Dubai, and a lot of your children have been with us for maybe 14 years, and thank you very much for trusting us. Today's program, you might wonder, why do we have such programs? So I'd like to just tell you that though we teach science and math and social studies, English in our classrooms, but we have also a big picture in mind as we teach your children. In Victorian times, education was very regimented. That means everybody was supposed to do the same thing and people were taught like that. But today is the 21st century and the needs of education have changed. So the big picture in what we are teaching your children is that we are teaching them analytical and creative thinking, how to think, how to communicate effectively, that is precisely, with clarity and to persuade. We teach them leadership and teamwork because that is what is a reflection of real life. In real life they will have to work in teams. Digital and quantitative literacy, so technology and understanding of mathematics, a global perspective to understand the world as it really is. The qualities of adaptability, initiative and risk-taking. Importantly, integrity and ethical decision-making, because that's what's going to make a good world. We also teach them habits of mind, and that is resilience, getting up every time you fall down and trying again, thinking about thinking, metacognition, listening to others with understanding and empathy, creating, imagining, innovating, responding to the world with wonderment and awe, remaining open to continuous learning. So these are some of the things that we teach them through all these programs that we put together. Now I would like to share with you the good part of my address, and which is some of our achievements. We have many, but we just want to share a little bit with you. So, we had excellent results in international benchmarking examinations. In the recently conducted OECD PISA-based test for schools, our scores are even better than Singapore, the top-ranked country in the world. You can see DPS Dubai, it must be flashing on the screen. Reading 557, Math 607, and Science 559. And you can see UAE is more than 100 points behind, and Singapore is also behind us. So, we also have a benchmarking test called ASSET. In that, DPS Dubai had the highest number of students who are in the top 10% across all schools in the UAE. And this was conducted for these three subjects, Math, Science and English, from grades 3 to 9, so right across. You can also see that, the KHDA has a way to call it, rate it as outstanding, very good or acceptable, etc. And you can see how English is outstanding through the school, Maths very good and outstanding in various places, and Science overall outstanding, mostly outstanding, you can see that. So it's a very brilliant result, I have to say. Now, a little bit about the grade 12 board results of 2017-18, and I would like to celebrate historical, the last few years. Every year we have a topper in grade 12 boards, whether it's in science, humanities, commerce. We've had a topper in all streams. Look at that. We're very proud of this slide. I also would like to join you in this celebration and look at how our school results have, every year the school average has improved since we first started to take the exam, and last year we improved by almost 2% on the average, though we have more students now than we did before. And if you look at the subject averages of 2 years, we've improved on 14 subjects. You can see there must be green arrows there. We'd also like to share that Apurv Sadana, our school science topper, is on his way to future success. He is a UAE topper in IIT Advanced 2018 and currently pursuing BE Computer Science from BITS Pilani, India. Also, I'd like to mention Vamshi Krishna, batch of the same batch, has achieved an All India rank of 88 at at the National Defence Academy out of a total of 3 lakh candidates who appeared for this exam. Another little bit of news I'd like to share. Lakshmi Subraraman, former head girl 2017-18, is on the way to becoming an ACCA affiliate in January 2019, soon. She is currently studying BSc in Applied Accounting from Oxford Brookes University, London. Also, just sharing a quick slide with you about university placements of the last batch. You can see our children are all over the world and are doing wonderfully well. Our children win accolades in many things, some of them quirky, some of them regular, in many things. So I'm just going to share a few snippets of senior school. So DPS Dubai students won the championship trophy at the 5th Annual Business Cup Challenge 2018. It was all over the papers. We were very proud of the children. Sai Sanjay was recently crowned champion in the LGB F4 rookie category at the JK Tire FMC SCI National Racing Championship 2018. Sadika Kumar won a gold and bronze medal in the under 17 category at the CBSE National Swimming Championship 2018 held in Ranchi. Hunain Sanjay won a silver and 2 bronze medals in the under 19 category at the CBSE National Swimming Championship 2018. Shamil Ismail of grade 8 won a bronze medal in the under 14 category, boys category at the CBSE National Athletic Meet 2018. We are also champions of the graffiti competition 2018 held at our own high school, Alvarka. Sundarvali Natrajan of grade 9C won a gold medal and certificate of distinction in the International English Olympiad 2018. A big hand to all the children and all the parents. So, dear parents, you have just seen this marvelous presentation by our children. I was moved to tears. I hope you enjoyed it too. And I look forward to presenting more genius in terms of poetry and dance to you. I hope you will enjoy the show. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm, welcoming words of inspiration.
We are birds of the same nest, wearing different skins, speaking different languages, believing in different religions, and belonging to different cultures. Yet, we share the same home, our Earth.
Born on the same planet, covered by the same skies, gazing at the same stars, breathing the same air, we must learn to progress happily together, or miserably perish together. For humans can live individually, but can survive only collectively.
Our world today is a global village, one big family, a place in which we go beyond individualism and hone our skills of global thinking to strengthen the quality of life for one and all.
This concept of global hi-fi is for each individual to develop 3 types of capital: intellectual, social, and psychological, in an attempt to promote a sense of global integrity and creativity.
It is our guide to a united world order. To this, there are 5 pillars: learning about human diversity, being ethical, thinking creatively, integrating globally, and acting philanthropically.
With this in mind, the theme of Global Hi-Fi has been inculcated in our curriculum throughout the academic year, through enriching coursework, presentations, and projects.
Many problems plague today's world, from pollution to war, lack of human rights to discrimination, inequality to oppression. Each student at DPS Dubai has since been made to espouse the social responsibility of conflict resolution and problem solving, doing their best to become pioneers of the 21st century.
DPS Dubai keenly promotes global citizenship by educating students to be forward-thinking and open-minded, committed to community service, tolerant and inclusive in their approach. As followers of such noble qualities, we move a step closer towards becoming good global citizens. The Senior School Annual Day 2018-19 has a total of 9 events. The events for grades 9 and 11 are Physics Quiz, Muses Mantra, Mathmania, Innovation, Hues, Goonch, Account, Orchestra and Showstopper.
An effective leader is a person who creates an inspiring vision for the future, motivates and inspires people to engage with that vision. The success story of DPS Dubai is due to our guiding light and mentor, Managing Director of DPS Dubai, Mr. D.C. Kothari. Sir, it would be our privilege to be addressed by your kind self. May we request you to please address the audience. May we also request you to felicitate our students who have brought laurels to our school.
Good evening to everyone. Mr. Nankolia, Principal and Dynamic Director. Rachna Ma'am, Senior Headmistress. Sunita Ma'am, Headmistress. Respected parents, teachers and lovely students. When Ms. Nankolia told me that the theme today is Global Hi-Fi. Generally, you correlate hi-fi to raising a hand and giving a slap. And then go down if you missed it, so you missed it. Basically, this started from a game of, baseball in America when the player did not know what to do, so he raised his hand and everyone clapped and it became a high-fi. And they said that's the way it should be always in the life. The basic, theory behind it, like we are talking global citizenship, was for people to bond together. For people to be able to express joy and happiness in each other's success. When there is hi-fi, it is not one person's success. There are two people who are both happy and they want to share their happiness. The most important thing that we see in DPS Dubai is this bonding. Bonding amongst students, bonding amongst teachers and students and teachers amongst themselves. And that's what makes this school a little special, a little different. Because we do things differently. Here, every child has opportunity to participate and grow. Every child is given opportunity where their skills are found and then they are nurtured. And that's what we were discussing downstairs, that our children are wonderful. Parents, they are wonderful for two reasons. Number one, you have given them to us. And the teachers who are here, they are so passionate about what they do. They take out the best out of each child and they nurture them. So big thank you to all the faculty here. In this partnership that we have, where partnership basic theme is that you support each other. Otherwise there is no partnership. In this partnership, the students, most important partner in the whole scheme that brings us together. Then you parents, then teachers, and lastly the management. We are blessed, we are thankful to all the parents here that you have given us the opportunity to look after your children. We are very grateful to every single teacher of the school who has dedicated their life in ensuring and fulfilling the responsibility that they have. They don't do it as a job, they do it as a mission, as passion. And that's what makes things different here. Another thing, when we talk about bonding, the most important element which gradually we are forgetting is finding time for each other. If most of you roll back 10, 15 years of your life or 20 years of your life when you were in college days or school days, and your friend wanted you to come and play with you or take you out a film, you would compromise your time somewhere else and find time to be with your friends. Today, we meet when we have time, and that's what is making the difference. The distances are increasing. We are not stealing time to meet friends. We meet them when we have time. And that's a very subtle difference. Please steal some time somewhere to be with your dear ones, with your loved ones, because if you do that, that bonding will last forever. The school is not only a place where you come here 14 years, your students come here 14 years and go away. This is the place where they make friends. And when they go in different parts of the world, that's when it becomes a global citizen. Every child from here will go to, somebody will go to India, somebody will go to America, somebody may go to Japan, Australia, New Zealand, I don't know. Some of them will stay here. But what will keep them together is the desire to find time. Compromise on something else, but find time for your friends. And that's something, it starts from parents. Do you find times, do you compromise something else and have dinner with your children every night? That's bonding. It has to start. They say if everyone eats together at home, that's the best home. When people pray together, that home is a happy home. Find time for your children. Don't say we are busy. Nobody should be ever so busy not to have time for the family, not to have time for the children. Teachers can invest themselves in your children. Teachers can invest their time in your children so that they can achieve what we have seen. But the important thing is at home, please sow the seeds, guide them. Because what starts at home, it stays with them rest of their life. I'm sorry, we are going on a different tangent, but this is something it's very close to myself because I believe in relationship. Because I was just at a place where Javed Akhtar was there and he said कि पहले हम तुमसे मिलने के लिए वक्त चुरा के लाते थे, अब तो फुर्सत होती है तब मिलते हैं। ऐसा मत करिए, प्लीज फाइंड टाइम, वक्त चुराइए, मिलिए, अपने दोस्तों से मिले, अपने माँ बाप से मिले, अपने फ्रेंड से मिले। जहाँ पे आप वक्त चुरा के जाओगे वो बड़ा खूबसूरत लम्हा होगा। So that's all I'll say. Wish you once again Happy New Year. Wish you all the very best in the coming year. And God bless us. God bless us too. And thank you once again.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. We will be sure to abide by your principles.
We are proud to announce that our alumni Vamshi Krishna, who graduated from class of 2018, has secured an all-India rank of 88 out of 3 lakh applicants in the National Defence Academy. Kudos to Vamshi for not only making his alma mater proud, but also for his spirit to serve our great nation.
Another feather in our cap was added when Sai Sanjay of class 11D, a professional single-seater car racer, emerged victorious in the 21st J.K. Dyer NFMSCI National Racing Championship 2018. He was the youngest racer in the rookie category and secured the 2nd position out of a total of 23 professional drivers.
Team Lycans made DPS Dubai proud by winning the championship trophy at the 5th Annual Blockchain Business Cup Challenge 2018. The grade 11 students competed against more than 750 students across the UAE over the course of 4 weeks using blockchain and offering business solutions. Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hold your breath as we now come to the much awaited, spectacular and scintillating performances by our showstoppers, which is the grand culmination of this major celebration.
It's different.
It's brilliant.
It brings together dramatics,
Style,
innovation,
creativity,
aesthetics,
color,
magic.
and imagination in the most stupendous way possible.
The performances that you will witness today are divided into 2, poetry and dance. Our students shall strive to explore 3 pertinent issues of the 21st century: population, diversity, and artificial intelligence.
Neither too much nor too less of any of these make for an ideal world. Watch as our performers demonstrate the importance of striking a balance in order to create a stable and sustainable world order.
You will witness how technology, human creativity, cultural variety, ingenuity, and empathy have all come together to create performances of great beauty and meaning, which truly highlight the theme at hand.
We are greatly honored to have a very talented panel of judges who will be judging the performances with their immense experience and expertise in this field.
And now for the rules of the competition. Each team shall be represented by performers who shall highlight various perspectives of the same through poetry and dance. Both the poetry and dances shall be judged separately.
The dances will be judged on the following criteria: creative expression, musical score, choreography, and interpretation of the theme. Awards will be given to the team with innovative execution, best depiction of theme, best musical score, best male and female dancer, and the best team will be awarded with the title of Dream Team.
The poetry will be judged on the following criteria: physical presence, voice and articulation, appropriateness of dramatization, and overall performance. An award will be given for the most creative expression and to the best overall performer.
Now it is time to get the show rolling. We wish the very best to all our teams.
Many fear that artificial intelligence is taking over the world. Others find this to be a misconception, as artificial intelligence is created by Homo sapiens, the thinking man.
While AI is that technology that cannot replace human beings, is it taking over our everyday lives, disconnecting us from human interaction? AI was developed for the sole purpose of augmenting our life and amplifying our skills and capabilities in our everyday activities. Will a human creation surpass human intelligence? Will computers learn that they are better than us?
To answer these questions and more, we have our first set of poets presenting their take on the theme of AI.
AI, given birth to by gentility, innovated by the smartest of us, flowered from the core of the best minds, innovated after long hours and continuous efforts. People say, yes, we have been blessed with the boon gifted by the quest to ignite for ages to come every existing human's gusto and bestow upon obscurity an infinite journey in the deepest trenches, to exploring every untouched abyss. Machine-strength ground no human has touched before, and journey to places no human may enter anymore. For risks are patronized, perils are minimized, danger is nullified. When it's a metallic robot, then science may jeopardize. A perfect balance of weights on both ends was a boon and a bane. To every human need this technology attend. Vision it wisely, use it with care. Too much is a danger. Too less will leave the world in despair.
Take a step back. Think of the nomadic times, contented and happy with life, satisfied with simplicity and hearty smiles. The ancient times of our ancestry, dusk till dawn, 7 days of the week, manual labor at the grimy factories, paid in cents, a hike in rents, a human face on every risky asset. But now stop and watch technology rise to form, a global mechanization storm. Take a good look around and decide whether this flame that with voltage we stoke is the demonic face or the savior's cloak. A home is now just a button we press, blinded by the light from our phones. A friend, merely a virtual unknown. We no longer have the luxury to halt and listen to the sound of shoes against the asphalt, because by the time we're out the door, we're already listening to our pathetic iPods. Global dominance at a steady pace. Robots are behind the increase in unemployment rates. Robots are behind the part and parcel of every household. The decrease in familial compassion, I'm told. We brush past one another, heads met, eyes left unmet, as if social interaction was nothing but outdated, overrated, antiquated. 140 spaces, post of a post, and drowned out. The harmony of our voices accentuated. We've forgotten what it feels like to live our lives offline.
These beautiful renditions by our poets have definitely got us thinking on how pertinent it is to use artificial intelligence judiciously. Over to the dancers now, who in their own style will express their take on AI. Presenting to you Team Machination.
stars align. Will heaven step in, will it save us from our sin, will it? Cause this house of mine stands strong. That's the price you pay. Leave behind your heart and cast away. Just another product of today. Rather be the hunter than the prey. And you're standing on the edge, face up, cause you're a natural. Up in your heart, you gotta be so cold to make it this world. Yeah, you're a natural. Living your life, girl. You gotta be so cold. Yeah, you're a natural. Turn it up!
What an incredible performance! That was truly captivating and eye-opening. Now, moving on to our second theme, diversity. Human diversity makes tolerance more than a virtue. It makes it a requirement for survival. Human beings are all so incredibly different from each other, and tolerance is a virtue we must all inculcate in order to coexist and live in harmony. The UAE is a melting pot of a variety of cultures, traditions, identities, values, and nationalities. It is proof that humanity's fundamental wealth lies in its diversity. Certainly, we can see that the whole world is inhabited by people who are working to attain the same things: happiness, peace, security, resources, and a hopeful future. Diversity teaches us how innately similar we all are, and how it would be so much easier if we focused on our similarities instead of our differences. How much better the world would be if we celebrated our differences and reveled in our sameness. Our next set of poets shall delve further into the theme of diversity.
differences in the human family. Some of us are serious, some thrive on comedy, some declare their lives as true profundity, and others claim they really live the real reality. The variety of our skin tones can confuse, amuse, delight. Brown and pink and beige and purple, tan and blue and white. I sailed upon the seven seas and stopped in every land. I see the wonders of the world, not yet one common man. I know 10,000 women named Jane and Mary Jane, but I've not known any two who are quite really the same. Men and twins are different, although their features jive, and people of kin having different thoughts while standing side by side. We love and lose in China. We weep on England's moors and laugh and moan in Greece and thrive on Spanish shores. We seek success in Finland, are born and die in Maine. In minor ways, we differ. In major, we are the same. I note the obvious differences between each sort and type, but we are more alike, my friends, than we are unalike. We are more alike, my friends, than we are unalike. We are more alike, my friends, than we are unalike.
The colors of iridescence are a reminder of diversity around. But what would happen if no more hues were around? A billion bodies, a single identity in a world that's enslaved by conformity. Not one does think different from the rest. Not one does believe ideas unlike others in the nest. It'll be the end of society, its purposes and intent of variety among oneness of any differences and dissent. The last of all advancement of changing world orders and times. The last of debates on viewpoints. You arguing for yours and me arguing for mine. For what is this world if not a culmination of differences? A melting pot of cultures vast. It is the beauty that rises from the coming together of contrast. A world with no diversity is the demise of our individuality and the death of humanity. For identities require a strong backbone of variety.
Performance that was. The poets have surely forced each one of us to think about how amazingly beautiful and diverse the world is. Coming up next are our troupe of dancers, Prism, who shall bring forth similar sentiments through their performance.
Now once upon a time told that none of you exist, we can no longer afford to tell ourselves that you aren't real.
Everybody wants to rule the world. Everybody wants to rule the world. Everybody wants to rule the world. Everybody wants to rule the world.
No discrimina a nadie, así que vamos a toda mi gente se mueve. Ya ritmo como los tiene, hago música que entretiene. El mundo nos Look how far we come now, 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 now. It's beauty in the unity we find. I'm ready. We still gonna do it. Look how far we come now, 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 now. Hands up in colors. It's beauty in the unity we find. Hands up in colors.
That was astounding. What a thought-provoking performance. Overpopulation is a serious threat to our Earth. It is estimated that by 2050, we will have about 10 billion people on our planet. This population explosion has given rise to eminent threats such as pollution, climate change, social conflict, and loss of nature. A simple fact remains. Mother Earth simply cannot carry this heavier burden. On the other hand, a world with too less of a population would be no short of chaotic in its own way. Let's take a look at what our poets have to say.
Imagine a world brimming with people, population stats off the charts, more people who make cultures flourish. After all, who'd like a world where diversity has perished? Generation after another, mankind does grow, imbibing all the advancements we've come to know, leaving our progress swift, rapid, and boundless. But then, at the same moment, we each have a slice of bread made into nines and tens. Too many a mouth to feed, too little bread to lend. With every passing day, human demand reaches a higher peak. Resources overused, Mother Earth left abused. Too large a family to tend, overpopulation would not be a favorable trend. No room to move, not any space to breathe. Crowded mills and congesting streets. What future is there for 10 billion of them, each made to come out to bow like stacks of cards on cards, doomed to come toppling down at the slightest hint of a push or a shove? While there may be oceans, rivers, lakes and bays of water, we only have a fixed amount, unlike the perpetuity of the human race. Crippled children, meek voices. Is this truly the future you seek? Thank you.
depleted earth, the endangered human race. No hands to work with tools and codes, with offices empty and factories closed, workforce depleted and labor amiss, the world would descend into economic crisis. Nations left in despair, a crowd, a sight strange and rare, with stunted growth and havoc aglow, a global catastrophe would surely follow. Too few who teach, even fewer to be taught. Future leaders, musicians, scientists, and pioneers, all of this is lost. A world devoid of variety, diversity, heterogeneity, fewer minds to think, innovate, and to create. Progress would meet its doomed fate. While resources better used, pollution would end its constant abuse. Riots lessen, as did poverty and hunger, when a decrease is made in the population number. Perhaps then, just a little too less people on the globe should be our long-term sustainable goal. For the earth can't give refuge to too many, while too less would be utter blasphemy.
After understanding that the human race is a resource as important as any other, let us now witness how the dancers have interpreted the theme in their own unique style. Presenting to you Team Prolific.
Migrations of people to new megacities, filling soaring skyscrapers and vast slums. Ravenous appetites for fuel and food, unpredictable climate change, and all this in a world where the population is still growing. Should we be worried? Should we be scared? I'm going to tell you a story about everyone who ever lived. Well, at least during the last some 1,000 years. Here we go.
make it a better place.
Truly intriguing take on that matter. This brings us to the end of our show. Let us all join our performers in this jubilant mood and share our happiness with them with a round of applause. Let's give it up for all of us.
All the events of the day, visit quiz, Muse's mantra, Mathmania, Innovation, Hughes, Gooch, A-Count, Orchestra and Showstopper have explored the theme of global hi-fi in their own distinctive way. Our students, through the medium of art, dramatization and presentations, delved into topics such as global integrity, happiness and diversity.
Our multidisciplinary annual day aims to tap each individual's potential and talent through a variety of activities and events. The annual day is not just limited to the performing arts, but traverses terrain of various skills such as the fields of business, mathematics, art and drama, literary performances and technology.
While the Showstopper event was underway, other venues witnessed the battle of minds, the flair of the brush, the power of the voice of the youth, and much more. Today is a celebration of a beautiful bouquet of talents strung together by our gifted students. It is a culmination of top-notch performances that has been curated by long, hard hours, arduous effort, and enthusiasm.
We now call upon our senior headmistress, Ms. Rachna Prakash, who will announce the winners. First, for the various competitions which have already taken place this evening, and then the awards for the Showstopper event.
Thank you, Ansh and Subha. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you had a fantastic evening and are enjoying ourselves. Parents and students, all good things have to come to an end, although we wish the show would go on. Moving on to the results for tonight. First on my list is Muses Mantra. Best performer for Muses Mantra goes to Diya Nazreen. Can we have Diya on the stage, please? May I invite our respected principal ma'am to felicitate the students. Please, ma'am. Diya Nazreen from Muses Mantra, Best Performer. The dream team from Muses Mantra is the Game Changers. Let's hear for the students, please. Let's give them a big round. Congratulations, the Game Changers. Moving on to Mathmania. The Innovative Genius Award for Mathmania goes to Dorian Denny. Dorian Denny of grade 19. Congratulations, Dorian. The dream team from Mathmania is T-Cube. T-Cube is awarded the Dream Team Award for Mathmania. Congratulations, Dream Team. Moving on to Innovation. The Best Presenter Award for Innovation goes to Priyanshu Nahu. Priyanshu Nahu, the Best Presenter for Innovation. Congratulations, Priyanshu. The Master Builders for Innovation is Team TechRex. Team TechRex from Innovation. They are the Master Builders. Ladies and gentlemen, I think they deserve a big round. For Quiz and Quiz, the first runner-up award goes to Satyam Sharma and team. Satyam Sharma and team bags the first runner-up award for Quiz and Quiz. The winning team at Quiz and Quiz is Uzair and team. Uzair and team are the winners at Quiz and Quiz. Heartiest congratulations, students. For A Count, the Best Presenter Award goes to Jayan Sharma. Jayan Sharma is the Best Presenter at A Count. Dream Team of A Count is Web Being. Web Being. Heartiest congratulations, students. Web Being are the Dream Team. Congratulations, students. For Goonj, Best Actor Goonj is Bhavya. Bhavya is the best actor female. Best Nukkad Natak, Nari Teri Yahi Kahani. Team Nari Teri Yahi Kahani. Heartiest congratulations, students. Well done, team Nari Teri Yahi Kahani. For news, the first runner-up is Ronit Sehgal. Ronit Sehgal is the first runner-up at Hughes. That's our aesthetic discipline. Ronit Sehgal. Congratulations, Ronit. Well done. And DPS Picasso tonight is Mohammad Fadil. Congratulations, Mohammad. Moving on to showstopper. Yes, the surprise element. First, the poets. For most creative expression, the award goes to Priya Chavda. Most Creative Expression Award, Priya Chavda. Congratulations, Priya. Best Performer goes to Farwa Nadeem. Farwa Nadeem. Artists, congratulations, Farwa. Now the dances. For Best Interpretation of Theme, Dream Prolific. The award for Best Interpretation of the theme, goes to Team Prolific. Congratulations, students. Well done, students. Most innovative team tonight is Team Prism. Award for most innovative team goes to Team Prism. Congratulations, students, well done. The award for Best Musical Score goes to Team Machination. Best Musical Score Award goes to Team Machination. Best male dancer tonight. Any guesses? Best male dancer tonight is Rihan. Well done, Rihan. Well deserved. Best female dancer for tonight is Angela Korean. Angela Korean. Best female dancer. the dream team tonight is Team Prolific. Well done, students. Heartiest congratulations, students. Let's hear for all the performance of tonight. They were all fantastic. Well done, students. We are extremely proud of you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear parents, esteemed guests, this is not the end of the journey, but rather a joyful beginning as we embark on a journey of self-realization and self-fulfillment.
And with that, it would be our proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks.
It is our honor to acknowledge all those who have worked tirelessly to ensure the success of today's spectacular event.
We would like to thank our mentor and guiding light, our chief guest, Managing Director, Mr. D.C. Kothari, for gracing this event with his presence and inspiring our participants.
Our mega multidisciplinary annual day is the brainchild of our visionary principal and director, Ms. Rashmi Nandakyurya. Our guidance and support has been invaluable.
Our annual day would not have been possible without her incredible inspiration and encouragement. We also remain eternally thankful to the parents present here who have always supported all of our endeavors.
We would like to thank our event coordinators, the headmistresses, the event in charges, the event heads, and their teams.
Our teachers have been our pillars, offering unconditional support. Our fantastic art and performance departments, exceptional talent and creativity has borne rich dividends today.
We would like to congratulate all of our participants for the hours of practice they have put in and the dedication they have shown to each of their performances. We do hope that you will cherish tonight's event as a wonderful learning experience.
Now, kindly rise for the national anthems.
हिमाचल